Editing pictures is a new skill that everyone is going after these days. Some prefer desktop app to edit their pictures in Lightroom, Photoshop, etc. and some explore mobile apps. But the basic fundamental remains same everywhere. The basic sliders in any app works in the same manner. You just have to know what you really want to create using those tools. In this video, we are going to edit this image in Lightroom mobile app and we'll make it something like this. So what we are going to cover today? We'll look into the framing or cropping of the image properly using the crop tool. Then we'll see how to fix the exposure using multiple sliders in light tool, and also we'll learn about the RGB curves. Next we'll talk about the selective edits that will include the use of graduated and radial filters where we'll edit a specific part of the image using that tool. And at last we'll see the color grading where we'll cover how to change the feel of entire image by mixing the color, changing hue, saturation, etc. So let's start with the crop tool. So right now I feel this image is slightly tilted towards the right and I will fix that using the crop tool. So we'll choose this tool over here. To crop the image from any direction, you have to do one more thing. That's unlock this box from this lock icon. So just press that and now you can crop it from any direction. If I lock this, you will see it will maintain the ratio of the image, and for this image we don't want that, we just want to crop from the bottom. So we will hit this lock icon again to unlock, and now we'll crop it from the bottom, maybe this much. And also we'll straight this image because it slightly feels tilted towards right. We will move it to maybe this much. So once it's done, you just have to press this tick icon. In Lightroom mobile app, all the exposure settings comes under this tool. So right now I will increase this exposure to this much so that I can see some of the details in the shadows. That's the lower part of the image. Maybe slightly more. So right now you can see once we change the exposure, we are changing the exposure of the entire image, and because of that we can see the details in the clouds are lost, but we will bring them back with the selective edit tools. Here I will also decrease the highlights a bit, maybe this much, shadows towards right, whites towards right a bit, and also decrease the blacks, maybe this much. You can also control the exposure of the image using the curves tool. That's right over on the top. You just have to click on that and you will see a line. The bottom part of the line controls the shadows. The middle part controls the midtones of the image, and the top part controls the highlight. For this image, I will take down the midtones slightly and increase the highlights a bit, and also the shadows to maybe this much. So that's before and that's after. So by the exposure tool, we have lost some of the details in the clouds, and to bring the details back in the cloud, we'll use the selective tool. That's right over here. Once you hit that, you will see a plus icon in the left. You click on that and there are three tools. The first one is the brush tool, the second one is the radial filter, and the third the graduated filter. For this, we'll choose the graduated filter and we'll drag down from the top. Maybe this much area is sufficient. So once you decided the area of the image you want to edit with the selective tool, maybe graduated or radial filter, the tools that are active on the right side will work only on that part of the image and not on the entire part. So for this, I will take down the exposure slightly, maybe this much, and also the highlights a bit. Will increase the shadows and also the whites. I will make one more selective edit from the bottom of the image, the same, and this time and for this I will decrease the exposure a bit, and also the contrast will increase a bit, and highlights down, maybe this much. And also I want some warm tone in the ground, and for that we'll hit the color tool that's next to it. We'll take the temperature towards the right. And also the saturation a bit. We'll add one more selective edit, but this time the radial filter. Once you select that, you just have to draw a circle or oval. I want this area to be a bit brighter side. Once selected, we'll go to the light tool and increase the exposure slightly, maybe this much. You can also copy any selective tool in the image that you have used and paste it in the different part of the image. For example, I will choose this radial filter. To copy, I will just hold it and choose duplicate. And now if I move, it has given me a copy of the same effect. So right now I want it in the bottom part of the image, and also the exposure I will take down a bit, and the temperature towards the warmer side, maybe this much. So for the color grading part, you have to choose the color tool that's right here. Click on the mix icon on the top. To change the colors, you have to choose the specific color. For example, I want this green shifted towards the yellow. I will choose this green and take down the hue to left, maybe this much. I will also take down the saturation a bit, and next we'll choose the yellow color. We'll do the same thing, take down the hue towards the left, and also the saturation maybe this much. So that's before and after. Quite a huge difference in the image. So that's all for now. I hope you like this video, and if you're new to the channel, then please visit the previous videos related to photography and editing, and if you like it, then please subscribe the channel. Till then, stay safe and keep creating.